Happy Wednesday. Happy Glitter Pit Day. Today is Glitter Pit Day. You're supposed to be here with me at 3 o'clock. Welcome to the Glitter Pit. I'm so excited for today. I really didn't know what I was making, you guys. It was a last minute thing yesterday. I was scrambling. But this was my inspiration for the project we're making, my card sketch. So not only does your card sketch inspire you for card making, it inspires you for treat box making. All right, so a quick reminder, we will not be live next week. My retreat is next week. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. I still have to package up all the supplies, you know, the stamps, the inks, the blends, all the die cut machines, all the dies, everything, all the extra pieces in case somebody needs extra. So I got all my little tubs over there. I got to start stuffing them. Hopefully Friday I'll start doing all that. Richard is finishing up a few last things and he's kind of stressing. So just say a prayer for Richard. I don't need him stressing. I'm stressing out enough as it is. Plus, he's bringing home the trailer hopefully next week, and then we can start loading everything up and taking it to the hotel. I'm so excited. Also, in the newsletter, I have announced the 3 kits that are to go. If you are interested, please email me ASAP. It's first come, first serve. There's some that's already been spoken for. So please, if you guys are interested, I have very limited quantities. I cut for so many and then they were selling out before I could even put them together, all right? So just know there's 3 types of kits to go. There's the one, I want everything, almost like you're at the retreat yourself, except for paying for the airfare, the hotel, and all that kind of stuff. And then also the next one is number 2, where you're getting the digital PDF along with all the projects. There's 25 projects this year. I'm so excited. Can I tell you guys something? I'm so excited. And then number 3 is just the digital PDF. And then also I'll be supplying the measurements and the supplies for all 25 projects. So those will be available soon to purchase. I'm thinking I'm going to put them in my store. And remember, they're while supplies last, all right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this over. And we're going to get started right away, right? Yes. There we go. Isn't it cute? It's a cute ensemble. Even though I didn't use fresh freesia, I'm going to make today's box in the Summer Splash. So it will be matchy-matchy. And if I remember, I'm going to try to take pictures because I only have this one. I'm going to try to take pictures with the Summer Splash one, all right? Okay, so we'll get to that here in a second. The project's pretty easy. So I do have the printable. Remember, we're doing the printable. Now, this week is 3 pages, but I have the template for you right here. Okay, so there's a page 3 that has the template of the, which I'm calling, I know, brace yourself. It's an original name. The Tuck and, what did I call it? The Tuck and Stay box. Richard said it should be the stuff and, what did he say? The stuff and lock or something. So funny. He tries to come up with a better name than mine. And I'm like, stop hoarding it on my naming. All right. And then also the card sketch number 393, which is this one. All right. So you'll get 3 pages for this week's printable. You'll get the box and the card sketch number 393 with the box template. Okay. That will be for the printable. And it's $3 this week. All right. And then also there's a brand new starter kit. Actually, there's 2 new starter kits. Remember, this is starting October 1st through October 31st. So I've been talking to a few of you guys. If you are on the fence about joining Stampin' Up, joining my team, I would love to have you. There are 2 options to the starter kit, and they're awesome. So the first one is your regular $99. Remember how we usually get $125 with the product? You're going to get $189. That's like $90 on top for your free, your free starter kit items to add to your starter kit for $99. Or I will say this one's even better. Or $35 for the starter kit, and you get to pick $125 worth of products. So either one, you're getting $90 of product for the $35 or the $99. That's amazing. So, and it's the same demonstrator ship. So you're still gonna get your 25% discount. You're gonna get everything as a regular demonstrator because it is a regular demonstrator. But you have two choices. Remember, this is starting on October 1st through Halloween, all right? Please, if you guys have any questions, please reach out and let me know. We can chat about it, whatever you want, all right? It's your choice, $35 or $99. It's great. Also, yesterday launched the 12, I always get this backwards, the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. Remember, this calendar, I'm going to get mine hopefully tomorrow. I did order it. I'm excited, and I got to see it at the $1 Million Retreat. I actually got to open up 2 doors. So I'm going to get mine, and this is not a seasonal product in this Advent calendar. Remember, it's like for Christmassy, but it's not Christmassy products inside. I will just say that, okay? Still got this cough. I don't know what's going on. And then also you're getting a 2 stamp set. So it's like a double stamp set. And I will say there's dies in this Advent calendar. I mean, that's like a given. At least one of the doors holds a set of dies. So if you guys are on the fence, please get it. We're going to do something special with this. Whoever purchases it from me, check out my blog. I have all those details over there on my website. Okay? Any questions? Let me open up my phone here. Hold on. Let me get my father-in-law's phone activated. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me get my comments open. All right. Hi, Vicki. Yes. Oh, you did. Awesome. That's great. Vicki and Susan got your calendars. Awesome. Awesome. Also, for those attending the retreat, I know it's kind of last minute, but I'm going to have to put a stop, not a stop, but I guess a date on the calendars. Not the calendars. Those attending the retreat, I'm going to put an end date to signing up for the frame class, the add-on frame class. Remember, you can do the 2 inserts or you can do the frame with the 2 inserts. Remember, the frame and the 2 inserts are $15. And then just the 2 inserts are $10. So I'm going to put a limit on that. And then once the retreat starts, then whatever I have left is whatever I have left. All right. So I just don't want to get shorted on how many I have to offer everybody. Because I know we have a lot of new people coming to the retreat this year. So I don't want anybody to be confused on what that exactly is for the add-on class. All right. I'm just looking at the comments here, guys. Inquiring minds want to know, will you open all your I already got to see them all. So I can have self-control. But me, I would open them all. I know when we were all sitting around the tables, there was Erica, Brian, me, Susan. There was a few other people when we got to do our little group. And I think we all said we would all open them really fast. So it's just fun, you know, it's just really cute. And the book is not little. When I get mine, hopefully, if you guys haven't seen it yet, hopefully I can show you at least what it looks like. It's really large. Large and in charge. I'm still on the fence with the Advent calendar. All right. That's okay to be on the fence. It's not like a cheap thing, you know what I mean? But you are getting a lot in there. And I understand too, because somebody had said yesterday, they don't know what they're getting, right? I get it. That's why I was very forthcoming in my newsletter about what you're getting in the everything kit in my newsletter. And it's a lot. There is, I don't believe, because I have a lady buying 2 of my everything kits. There's no way that I can, because Richard had to purchase separate boxes just to mail the retreat to go everything. So there's no way that we can put 2 kits in one box. I'm sorry. There's just so much stuff. And it's not like it's a bad thing. It's a good thing, right? So is it worth 90? I believe so. I think so. I got it. I got it. I just don't want to say what's all in it because it's really cute stuff. But, you know, you're cute to my cute. I don't know. Everybody, you know, to each their own. All right, so any other questions before we get started? Let me scroll back here a minute. All right. All right, I think that's it. All right, let's go ahead and get started stamping, right? Okay, so here's my cute little box. Look at it from the side. Isn't it cute? Okay, so you guys might remember my little treat. I was going to try to find that. I made it last year for the retreat for the 3D project, or actually the 3D swap that we did, and it was really little. Laura, do you remember that? Vicky, do you remember it? I wouldn't open them. You would wait? Oh, that's self-control, Vicky. That's good. Mine should be here this weekend. Yay! All right, so do you guys remember the little Halloween? It was... Rats, I was going to try to look for that. I'm sorry, guys. But I did post a link down below in the description box if you want to check out that video after the live. It's a smaller version of this box. So cute, all right? So let me go ahead and turn this face off here so I can show you my full screen. There we go. All right, so now let me get my cardstock. I did do die cutting and stuff. All right, so the Summer Splash piece is cut at 6.5 by 8.5. And I'm using the Spooky Sweet designer paper. Remember, these are the little tags that are in one of the pieces of the designer paper. And then I'm also using this designer paper, which is so cute. It's probably my favorite design. It's got all the cute candy. All right, let me give you those measurements here. And then I also die cut out 2 of the bats and the haunted house and the spooky fence. And then the daffodil, I just needed a scrap piece of that. All right. So let me give you the pieces of the designer paper. Hold on, I got to get my printable. One moment, please. Oh, yeah, this is it. Okay. Just have to make sure which one is which. All right, so your designer paper, this is for the front. This piece is cut at 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. Then 2 pieces of designer paper cut at 7/8 by 3 7/8. And then the top piece here is cut at 7/8 by 2 7/8. So these are the 4 sides. You got the 2 here, the front, and the top. You can also decorate the back, but I'm not wasting paper for the back side. So it's just too cute with the front, right? So here's how it opens. So you tuck it. See, this is the name that I came up with. Tuck. What did I call it again? Tuck and stay. So it just tucks inside. And of course, I'm having trouble with this because of my funny hands. So tuck and save, or stay. Sorry, tuck and stay. I know, it's very original. All right, so there's my pieces. Now let's get our paper trimmer. We're going to score. And let me see here, the sides. Make sure I got everything cut right. All right, so this is the 8.5. Yes. By 6.5. This is Summer Splash. Remember my 3 card sketches for the last 3 weeks. I've been addicted to this color combo, you guys. Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, and Summer Splash. That's all these cards. Aren't they so cute together? Oh, I love it. So that's why I'm using the Summer Splash to go with my card sketch 393. Okay, so along the 6.5 inch side, We're going to score at a 1/2 inch. One and a half. These are all on the printable too if you want that. So 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and 5 1/2. Okay. OMG, I just cut that. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my printable. I gotta go get a piece of summer splash. Oh my gosh, don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe I should bring the whole pack over. Right? Oh, I can't tell you how many times I have done that though. All right, so let's cut this again. So this is 8 1/2 this way here. Right, so this is 8 1/2. So I'm just gonna cut this at 6 1/2. Oh, don't do that. All right, let's try this again. On the 6 1/2 inch side, scoring it at a 1/2 inch, score 1 1/2, score 5 1/2, score there. Now 8 1/2 inch side. Yes, we're gonna score this at 3, score. See, I not only say it for you guys, but I say it for myself. 4, so 3, 4. Hi, Clippy. 7 and 8. And this is along the 8 1/2 inch side. Ooh, all right, we made it. Now let's see if I can remember how I cut everything. All right. Actually, we're gonna fold and burnish all the edges first. It's a little bit easier. A little bit. Hi, Doreen. Irene and Teresa are in the house. I'm so happy you guys are doing good. So happy you're back. All right. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose again. No, I don't want YouTube Premiere. Who's got YouTube Premiere? You guys all got that with no commercials? I heard it's nice for no commercials. All right, I got my template here so I can cheat a little bit. All right, so on this is the 1/2 inch score line up top right here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to remove these 2 little square spots over here, this little one and the next one to it. Okay, right there. And then we're going to remove this whole section over on the other side of that middle. Now this middle piece that I'm cutting around is going to actually be the tab that's going to tuck. So this is your tuck in. What do I keep saying it is? The tuck and stay. See, when Richard tells me his little lingo, then it gets stuck in my brain too. Oh, that's the one we got to cut right there. All right. Oh, I didn't cut it. Sorry. So when Richard says lock and stuff or stuff and lock, then that gets stuck in my brain too. All right. So there's my little tab here. That's going to be the tuck and stay, right? And then we're going to cut our tabs down here. This is the bottom of our box. Pretty easy, guys. And then I'm going to go back in and miter those tabs, but I'm going to remove this tab down here. Not the top, the bottom. And I'm going to miter these tabs here. Just makes the box go together a little bit easier. Okay. So there's our, whoop, erased it. There's our little box. And now I got this little corner rounder. We do not sell a corner rounder, so this one is retired. Just use a corner rounder. I'm going to really try my best to get this in here. Okay, let's see if that's right. I got to do it with my other hand. Did I do it good? Yes! It's the little things, right? Oh, wait, I want to do it this way. So this is my... Gotta make sure it butts up in there. Really good. And punch it. Yes, that looks good. So when you corner around the tabs here, it just makes the tuck and stay a little bit better, and it slides in better, I feel like. Okay? All right, now we're going to take our tear and tape, and we're going to, oh, actually, I'm going to miter these ends here too, just a little bit. Do I want to do that? I'm going to miter just this bottom edge, I think. So not the top. But I'm going to take that tear and tape all the way up to the edge. I'm going to try to put 2 lines of it on here, so it sticks really super good. Remember, if it goes over the edge, you can always just kind of flip it back on itself, okay? See how that overhangs a little bit? So when we take that off, we can just go flip, flip, flip. So remove our backings. So then on the tear and tape, I'm just going to flip it back on itself. Okay? So nothing's going to show. There. Okay? All right, and then we're going to fold this. We're going to actually fold it on the 1.5 inch score line. So fold it in. And then when you fold it on your, what is this, the 8? No. Wait now. This is 1.5. What did I do this at? 1/2 inch, 1.5 inch, 1.5, 5.5. Right here. Just going to fold that right over on itself. Press that really good. Okay, so this is the top of our box. Oh, I forgot something. Hold on. I forgot to do the angle. See, I do these projects, and then I forget what I did. I'm going to need to do another one. I'm going to have to do another one, you guys. I'll make it quick. Well, so much for being a short, sweet video today. Yeah, we got to do this important step. It's a very important step where I wouldn't even bother to do it, because it really makes your angles to your sides cute. Sorry, guys. Well, on the replay, just forward this. Fast forward it. Right? So 6.5. 6.5. Sorry. 6.5 by 8.5. And we're going to score on the 6.5 inch side at 1/2 inch. Don't cut. Score. 1/2 inch. This box really is easy. 1.5. Hold on, I got to get my measurements here. Okay, 1.5, 5.5. Okay, so 5.5 down here. I almost cut it. All right, and then on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 3. Hold on. 3. 3. I feel like my trimmer's a little lopsided. Okay, 3, 4. Do not cut. Dawn. 4, 7, and 8. 7 and 8. All right. So far, so good. Burnish all your score lines. Again. Well, at least you guys know I'm only human, right? So I make mistakes too. So hopefully you guys are very forgiving. And hopefully you guys got time to hang out. Sorry. All right, let's do the trimming again. Again, we're going to start at the 1/2 inch side across the top. That's the top of our box. And this is the flap that we want. So we're going to remove these 2 tabs over to the right-hand side of my little tuck and stay, right? And then we're going to remove this whole section over here on the other side. Okay. That didn't cut very good. Hold on. There we go. All right, and then let's go to the bottom of our box. Remember, we're going to remove this one little rectangle corner at the bottom, but not the top. Don't remove the top. And then we're just going to cut on the score lines for the tabs and miter a little bit. Right? Same with this one here. Cut, miter, miter. All right, now, before we go any further, we're going to do what I was supposed to do before we put the box together. Let me corner around the tuck and stay, right? Corner around that. Make sure it goes in there good. And this one over here. There we go. All right, very good. Moving right along, grab a ruler and your stylus. We got to make these cute little points. Remember where the tuck and stay flap is right here. So you got this square and this square. See that? The 1 inch squares on either side of your tuck and stay. You're going to grab a pencil, and these are 1 inch squares. So you're going to mark at a 1/2 inch. So you're going to mark halfway in your 1 inch. So 1/2 inch, mark it, 1/2 inch. And then on this little 1 inch square, mark at a 1/2 inch with the pencil. And then taking your stylus, I got my tip here. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to take that pencil mark and I'm going to draw with my ruler an angle from that point to that pencil mark. And then the same thing on the other side. And do both of them the exact same way. Okay? So line it up with the pencil mark and then score down. So you're making like a triangle right there. Okay, and we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. This is what makes the box so cute. That side profile. It's almost like the most important part of this box, and I just like totally forgot about it. Okay. Now, before we go any further, I'm gonna actually remove my pencil mark. Okay. And we're gonna fold these score lines. So I just found that just pinching it over and then just take your bone folder and kind of reinforce that fold line right there. You see how I'm doing that? And then do this one the exact same way. And then you can go both ways, you know, just kind of press it, because you really want those card fibers broken down when that folds up. Really cute. And with it being really flimsy, I guess you could say, it's not really flimsy, but you know, it's just going to be very pliable when you're actually putting your box together. Okay. And then I'm going to fold it the other way. Just finger pressing it the other way. It's not hard. Hi, Linda. Yeah, good to see you in a week. I'm so excited. I wish I could put a countdown on our Facebook page. All right. This is the 1/2 inch. Remember, we did a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and then 5 1/2. We're going to put our tear and tape here. I'm going to do 2 lines again. Remember I did that before? Before we were rudely interrupted with my forgetting of the triangle markings. Oh wait, let me remove this here first. And then I'll put it closer. Right? Whoa, that was sticking to my hands. Okay. Very good. All right, here we go. Right where we left off the last time. All right, remember we're going to fold over. So the tear and tape's here. And then fold, oh, yeah, right here. Right, yeah, right there. Press that down. Now we're doing good. So now you can see how the corners here, see how they go in really cute? Like this one's popping out, but you just fold it back in. That's why I was saying when you fold them both ways, it will go in really, really good. Here, let me seal up my bottom. All right, so this is going to be the front where my tuck and stay. So this is the front. So I want this tab to go to the back. And again, I'm going to put 2 strips of adhesive on this. At least try to. I should have done it before and then put it together. Sometimes it's easier to get a visual when you see it, the box put together. Right? Okay, so I got 2 tabs of adhesive, the tear and tape on there. Let's peel that off. Okay, fold in the tabs, this tab, make sure it's square, and then fold over your bottom tab. So then this is the front, so you get that smooth look on the front. And then your tab, your tuck and stay, see how we rounded those corners? So when you tuck that in, you might have to roll it a little bit, but let me see here. Can you see how it's tucking in there? And then you just slide it in and it stays put. So like if you're making these for trick-or-treaters or co-workers at work, it's not going to open by itself. It's tuck and stay. Right? All right, now let's go ahead and decorate it. So this is what I left for you guys so I can show you how I cut this tag out of here. I'm just cutting one of the tags out. Okay, let's put our designer paper on the box. I'm going to use my liquid glue. I don't know which one of these have glue in them. They feel kind of both empty. Remember, this is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. The finished box right here is 3 by 4. So I'm just cutting a little bit smaller. 2 7/8. by 3 7/8. Would be better if you put candy in it. I do have, excuse me, I do have some candy over here to put in. And then the sides, 7/8 by 3 7/8, I believe. Let me see. Yep, 7/8 by 3 7/8. So today I placed the order for the retreat for Jessie. She's bringing, let me think now, she's bringing 4 dozen of chocolate chip and sea salt cookies. And then she's bringing 3 dozen of pumpkin muffins. And I said, make sure everybody gets at least 1 muffin. And she's like, of course. So we kind of had a funny going on with that. And then I said, everybody, you know, we want at least 1 cookie for everybody, but then extra too, you know. And then this is 7/8 by 2 7/8 because it's 3 inches this way in the box. This is going to go right at the top. I love the sides of this box. It's so cute. If I find well, when you guys see the video link to the video that we did last year, the smaller, and those that got the 3D project for the the 3D swap from last year's retreat, you guys know what I'm talking about. I think it was both ends on the smaller one though. All right, and then for my house, all I did was I took the daffodil. I'm going to put my house onto my daffodil with liquid glue. I'm just going to put it over here. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim around this. It doesn't have to be perfect because nobody's going to see the back side of it, right? I just want the yellow to show through the spooky windows, right? So I'm just kind of undercutting all that under the house. There you go. So there's our house. This is going to go onto the front of my box like this. And then I'm going to stamp the word spooky on my tag. But I'm going to first kind of place where I want my house and my fence to go. Here, let me put this on here. Because you don't want it, overhanging my box. So I'm going to put my tag here, my house here. And actually move this in. All right, let's just go ahead and put my, whoops, sorry, hold on, it's sticking to my fingers. I'm going to put my fence to my house. On my, here I think, right at the bottom. I'm getting a visual here where I want this to go. I'm going to go over a little bit more. Right about there. Yeah, that looks pretty good, don't you think? It's the whole width of the bottom of the box. But I want it on my tag. This house, the fence, and the bats are all from the spooky Halloween. Yeah, right there looks good. All right, so I'm just going to set that there. I'm going to stamp my spooky, hold on. Stamp my spooky right up here in the top corner. I want to get some dimensionals. Let's secure these down the back. That house is so cute, isn't it? The Halloween house, the haunted house, I like it. All right. I think I popped up the tag too. So hold on a second, let me put some dimensionals on that. All right, let's put this over here to the left. Right up there. And then I'm going to put some glue on my fence so it tacks that down. Remember, the die cuts come in this designer paper. You don't have to cut out the house. I just like the house. This is so cute. All right, so there's my haunted house. That was so much scarier, right, when I went the whoo. All right, and then we're going to use our bats. And I think I have some mini, yes, I do, good, good, good. Black mini dimensionals for my bats. Black. I started taking up all the bags upstairs that are totally done and stuffed. Woo! My living room is looking really cute. All right, so one little bat here. It looks so spooky. And then one little bat here. Okay, and then let's do some black of these are so amazing, you guys. I love them. We are going to use the black ones. I'm going to take the trick with doing these foam sticker shimmer Dumaflatchers is take your picky tool or pokey tool and just grab it along the side. And it grabs it so good right there. I'm just going to put a couple of them around my bats. Right here. Let me see what oh yeah, I did 4. Okay, let me do another one here. Let's do one right here. Ooh, spooky. All right, let me show you the candy. So see, you untuck it. You see how easy that was? And then look how much stuff that's in here. You can put some M&Ms in here. You can put the fun size Snicker bars. And 1,000 grand or 100 grand, right? I think that will fit in there. Yeah. There's a lot. Look how cute that is. Ta-da! And it's like heavy. It's nice. Look at the side view. Don't you love it? And then you could actually put a piece of white cardstock back here and sign it. Like Happy Halloween. You know? So cute, you guys. Now, I'm going to try to take a picture of it. Well, I will take a picture of it. With the cute card. Look how cute that is. The set of it. The ensemble, right? The ensemble. It's all about the details, right? It's all about the matchy-matchy. I love it. All right. Any questions after our 3rd time? Thank you for your patience. Thank you for understanding. And I was thinking this box is so cute and so easy, and then I messed up 3 times. Oh, 3rd time was a charm, right? Okay. That's it, you guys. I do have, hey, Kathy, are you on here? I know you were, hi, Kim, are you excited? I'm so excited. You know what I think the tough part is, now I know there's like a lot of people that are coming with friends and stuff, but we do have a lot of people coming by themselves this year too. So I'm trying to put everybody together that want to be together, like Susan and Vicky, and then Rena, Chrissy, Laura, Callie, Tanya, and Cindy. You're going to be by yourself. You're going to sit with an awesome group of people. Don't worry. It's going to be so much fun. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. All right, so also I did a shout out, Linda. Hi, Linda. Dawn's excited. She's bringing her daughter. They're coming in from Washington State. We have everybody coming from all over. California, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Indiana, Texas, I believe. You guys are coming in from everywhere. I love it. Thank you, Margaret. All right, so Kathy Sanford, I need you to email me your address because I'm not going to just assume I have everybody's address. I've had a little whoopsie in my mailing out the glitter retreat, or not glitter retreat, but the glitter spinner. So you guys have to email me no matter what, and I'm giving you guys a week to do that. So Kathy, I seen you in the early bird chat. Are you still here? Email me because I was going to forward your gift today, but then I seen you in the early bird chat. So if you're still here, you won, let me see here. What did you win? You won these last week. These were the Starburst sequins. See, I have your name here. Hi, Mary. All right, so Kathy, if you're here, I really hope she says she's here because I really wanted to forward this to one of you guys. But I do have this that I sent to somebody else and it came back. So these are festive pearls. So I'm going to spin for these. Let me get my spinner. Let me get my phone. And then I have something else to give you guys. Hold on. Hold on. One moment. All right, let's see if I can do this here. All right, here we go. Hit the right button, the drum roll. All right, these are for the festive pearls. Kathy, I was in the early bird chat and I mentioned to you that you should email me your address. I just want to make sure I have your address. Many of you guys win. Who is this? Laura? Hold on. Laura P. She says, I think I made the mini ones for Christmas last year. Yes, I think you did too. It must have. I do have the link listed down below in the video description. And then also I have the link on my blog tomorrow so you guys can see the video. But start the video at about 30 minutes in because we made 2 projects that week. They were both Halloween, both from last year's retreat. So Laura P., you got the festive pearls. Can you email me? Please, please, please email me just to confirm I have your address right. Email me here, dawn@theglitterpit.com. All right, so Laura, I'm pretty sure I have your address, but I just want to make sure. All right. And I know not many people move, but you'd be surprised. I'm missing people. And all right, and here's my other, there's Kathy's. Hold on, let me give you this too today. Where did I put it? Hold on. Where did I put it? I brought another spinner gift over. I was going to do 2 today. Well, actually, I was going to do 3. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. All right. So I already had the envelope ready. These are the party dots. Okay. So let's spin for those. Laura, you got the festive pearls. Let me write your name on them before I forget. Okay. Seriously, mine and Richard's heads are going like 1,000,000 miles an hour in 20 different directions. All right, Laura. What is your last name, Laura? Just email me. That would be the easiest way, all right? You get the festive pearls. All right. All right, so Laura, email me. All right, these are the party dots. All right, so if I don't hear from Kathy, when I come back on October 8th, remember, we won't be here live next week. We'll be at the retreat. So please, if you guys want to come next year, please start saving the date right now. We want you with us. We have so much fun. These are the party dots. All right, let me spin here. Charlotte, are you excited? Thank you, Shauna. All right, let's spin for the party dots, guys. Let me put this down. I do better. You know, without having, because my father-in-law's phone doesn't have a case, and I feel like it's really slippery. So I've dropped it ever since I started using it, right? All right, right here. Who is this? Irene! Yay! Our moderator! Yay! I have your address, Irene, but if you want to make sure and confirm, I'm pretty sure I have your address. Right? Yay! All right, so the sooner the better. You guys email me your address here, dawn@theglitterpit.com. Email me your address, and then I can send all this out. Okay, Kathy, you too. Kathy gets the sequin starburst. And then Laura. Laura P. Laura P said she's going to a celebration of some sort. Was it a wedding this next weekend? So she can't come to the retreat. She said she's hoping to come next week or next year. We will have 4 Lauras at our retreat. This year we have 3 Lauras, 2 Susans, and 2 Lindas. Isn't that exciting? And 2 Lauras are Laura W's. So when Richard was doing the one of the swag bag gifts, he's like having to write their names on them because they're getting a glue holder and a block holder in their swag bag, and they each got different colors. So we want to make sure it's the right Laura, right? Hi, Myra. Nancy, looks great. Thank you. After we got it straightened out, right? Hi, Arliss. And 2 Dawns. That's right, Rebecca. 2 Dawns. That's right. Thank you, Rebecca. That could be double trouble, right? 2 Dawns. Look out, world. Look out, my husband. All right. Cindy, what size t-shirt does Richard wear? He wears a 2X. Richard wears a size 2X t-shirt. Thank you, Cindy. I got a feeling what you're going to get him, and he's going to love it. Aren't you from South Dakota, right, Cindy? Yes, we know what's in South Dakota, right? Yes, yes, yes. Super cute. All right, so let me show you this one I used the Petunia Pop, not the Fresh Freesia, but it still looks cute with the card. Maybe I'll take a picture with all 3 of them and I'll post it. And then maybe I'll post this ensemble here on my Friday page, my business page. Yes, Cindy says. I love it. My mom, Dawn, is definitely trouble. Yeah, Trina. I'm sure that's what Jessie says about me too, right? Speaking of Jessie, here, let me put you guys on my face. Let me tell you a little something. Jessie and Nick and the boys are having their friends come and visit, but they're from Australia. They're coming Saturday night, and they're only going to be here for 3 days. But Jessie's so excited, so I called her today, and I said, are you excited? And she said, yeah. And I said, me too. She's like, what are you excited about? And I'm like, my retreat is next week, duh. And then I said, and what are you excited about? She said, well, my friends from Australia are coming. They've never been to America either. So they're so, like, Jessie is like telling me like, they want to go to Walmart. They want to go to Burger King. They don't have this kind of stuff over in Australia, apparently. And Jessie's just like, what? That's so weird. Like, they don't have Little Debbie snacks. I said, Jess, you better be careful when you're giving them all that garbage. I said, because they're going to go back diabetics. She said, I know. They'll probably just have a little taste of it, but still, she's got the Nutty Buddies, the oatmeal pies, the little white. I'm like, you can't be giving them all that in one time. She's like, Mother, I won't do that. And I'm like, yeah, because, you know, we really probably shouldn't have that garbage here either, but I'm just saying. We miss you next week. Thank you, Arliss. Have fun at the retreat. I'll take lots of pictures. We are doing, I think it's a popcorn theme, right? Because I think I've been talking to you guys about it and to them. So we all got popcorn pajamas for bingo Saturday night. So I got my popcorn pajamas. I actually wore them to my $1 million retreat party for Stampin' Up. And then, but I posted my pajamas and then everybody was just getting whatever. So, hi Sharon. We had friends from Australia stay with us last year. How fun. And Jesse's going to love their accent, you know. So they're coming in Saturday night and then they leave Tuesday. We're going to meet with them for their final night, I guess, on Tuesday and have a bonfire and, you know, a barbecue or whatever. So it's going to be super fun. So I'm excited for Jess and she's excited. The boys are excited. One of the oldest boy, Garrett, gave up his room so they could sleep in his room. So that was nice of Garrett. So she's excited for that. She's been frantically cleaning her house. And then I told her that I was excited about my retreat because it's going to be here before I even blink my eye. You'll be surprised at what they freak out over. I know, I even think that because they went to California first and then they're going to take a little, you know, connector flight over to Michigan. But they're in California right now. I guess the girl of the couple is in a dance thing or something in California. So they're with a group of people. So then they're going to come over to Jesse and Nick's and then they're going to fly back there. So they sent Jesse and Nick pictures of them at the airport and they're like, oh my gosh, it's like excitement overload. Could you imagine? And I think that we all take all this stuff for granted, you know? It's just like, what's the big deal? Little Debbie, Burger King, Walmart. So Jesse's got this schedule that she's going to take them here. They're going to go to a pumpkin patch. You know, they don't do that there either, I guess. So they're going to go to a pumpkin patch. They're going to go to Walmart. All kinds of fast food stuff. You know, just to experience it all. So, yeah, it's so exciting, huh, Sharon? The pumpkin treats from Little Debbie's are amazing. I know, but the problem is I can't just eat one, so it's better they don't come in my house because they are so good. All right, guys. So remember, we won't be here live next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday we'll be back and I'll catch up with everything that's been going on. Thank you, Arliss. I will miss you guys too. But I'm going to have so much fun with everybody. I get to hug everybody and stamp. I get to do a presentation this year. Speaking of which, Richard and I got to kind of do a dry run with the projector with my cell phone to see if it's working. Cross your fingers. We took them to Woodman's, a huge grocery store. It was fun. Oh, this is another thing Jessie said, that they don't really have like varieties of cereal. She said, Mom, when they go down like the grocery aisle at the cereal aisle, their mind is going to go, it's going to explode. Because it's like we have so much cereal. Top, middle, and then bottom. It's just like rows and rows of cereal. Yes. All right, Linda, I'll see you Thursday. Remember, the doors open at 4. We are going to be there setting up. So just because we're in there, don't come in. We want everybody to get the surprise at the same time, all right? Okay, guys, I'll see you in a couple weeks. Love you guys. Bye.